Hello all. Welcome to my video recap of my first of 6 Wednesday night races in the Zwift Duathlon League. It's a 35-minute bike ride on the trainer and a 15-minute run on the treadmill, with the goal to go as far as you can get in those time frames. You have 10 minutes to transition from the bike to the run, which was good recovery time for my legs. But let's get on with the recap. First up, the bike. Here you can see the starting grid with about 220 riders ready for the start. In the top left corner, you can see me spinning, getting myself in the right gear and my power up to about 200 watts. I didn't want it to go out too fast, but I really wasn't sure what I should be at. This will be a learning race. It was difficult tracking myself in the mass start, so I just watched my power on the left and my position in the rankings on the right. I eventually got out in the open where I could see myself better and realized that 200 watts was too easy and made for a slow start. So I upped my power. That slow start had me back in the pack in about 150th position. I had work to do. This is the TikTok course in Watopia, and from what I've read, it's the second flattest course on Zwift, so it should play into my favor because I hate hills. Let's speed this up. No need to show 35 minutes of this. I slowed the video back down because I like this portion of the course that we're coming up to. It's the underwater tunnel portion, and just the effects of watching this is kind of relaxing. Even though my legs are kind of burning almost 20 minutes into this ride, I still enjoy this section of the course. It just gives you that voyage to the bottom of the sea feel to it. All right, back to speeding things up. Okay, a minute to go in this session. I've worked my way up to about 85th place. Well, to 85th place. And there are a couple of guys within sight. I really don't want to push any harder to try and catch them. I think I'm going to need to back off on my legs, give my legs a little bit of rest on this last section, just so that I can go into transition into the run and be confident that I could start off with a decently fast pace. So at this point, we're almost finished with this section. Just like that, we're done. You might have saw my name flash up on this little leaderboard thing. Those positions don't actually count. That's just the number of people that were in the race, and I will get official results at another time. But it's time to hop off the bike and transfer over to the run on the treadmill. So I moved my mobile computer and monitor over to the treadmill, slipped on my running shoes with foot pod, and got set on the treadmill with about 4 minutes till go time. I forgot to start recording the run until I was out on the course, so you won't get to see that mass start of about 193 people. Let's get to it. We were on the Richmond UCI World course in Zwift for the run. It has elevation changes for the bike, but they say for the run race not to adjust your incline, to just leave it on 0. However, I always run on 1% incline. My plan was to run the first 5 minutes at a decent pace and not go too hard. I didn't want to end up with my heart rate in the red halfway in. Let's speed this up until we get to the point where I pick up my pace. At this point, I thought it was go time. My heart rate was in the orange at 166, but I felt like I was okay. So my legs were okay, so I started to lengthen my stride. Earlier on, I was taking a shorter stride, so I wasn't going as fast as I could be. But now that I've lengthened my stride, it allowed me to pick up my pace, and it was time for me to make my move and try to move my way up to the front of the pack. I wanted to finish somewhere in the top 10, and I felt like I was languishing behind the crowd, and it was time for me to go. At this point, I had moved up into 12th place, and I could see these two guys up ahead of me. I was thinking, oh, look, twins. If I catch these two twins, I'll move it to the top 10. So I had to up my speed. Now I was so far in the orange. I was at 182. My heart rate was at 182. And I thought, oh man, I'm going to go into the red trying to catch these two guys. But I had to catch them. I knew if I just caught those two guys that I would be in the top 10. So that was my goal. Get those two. Go and get them. Okay, I caught him. But it looks like they tried to block me. There's another guy. But through the magic of Zwift, right through them I go. See ya. 1 minute to go. Heart rate is now in the red, 183 and climbing. Moved it to 7th place. You see a guy up in front of me. Do I dare try and catch that guy? I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. It's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to try and sprint it just a little bit to see if I can get there, pick up my pace. But it's going to be a tough one. Breathing's hard. Legs are feeling it. Everything's feeling it. He's so close yet so far. Picking up that pace. Stretching it. Nah, I'm not going to do it. Can't do it. I gave as much as I could. I'm going to have to settle for 7. Again, these results don't mean anything on this page here. I'm still waiting on results. At the time I created this video, still haven't had any results yet, so I'll let you know when I get those. But until then, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Peace.